What's up, guys? Welcome to Listen and Flow with Desby, a place where I'm just talking out loud and navigating life. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I'm still figuring this stuff out, but this is episode 1. So welcome to episode 1. But yeah, if I'm honest, I made a whole entire episode before this. Like, I made a whole different episode 1. And guess what I did? I deleted it. It wasn't sitting right with me. I didn't like it. I really didn't. So I decided to start from scratch. So here I am with episode 1, take 2. I'm super excited to dive into this podcast because I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Most of the time, I'm going to be talking about a lot of random stuff and whatever comes natural to me to talk about that day. But I'm going to touch on like motherhood, like how it feels to be a first time mom. I'm going to talk about a lot of mental health stuff. I'm going to talk about like a lot of stories or just things that I've experienced in life and things that I'm struggling with. Like this podcast, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also talking to myself. That sounds a little bit weird to say, but I'm talking to myself. I am. Sometimes you have to get it out to really process it, you know? And so this is me getting out my words, sharing it with you guys, because I know that some people may be able to relate. All right, so boom, let's hop into our very first episode. I want to start off by announcing our artist of the month. Are you ready? All right. Our artist of the month is Quoyah. Yes, Quoyah. She currently resides in RVA, aka Richmond. Yerp. And she is an amazing, dope artist. So I'm actually going to play a sample of one of her songs at the end of this episode. But I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of it so you guys get a little taste. You know what I'm saying? Just a little taste. Fast-paced, no fear that I misplaced my things. I thought my bag. Bruh, didn't I tell y'all she was amazing? Didn't I tell you? Like, do y'all hear her voice, bruh? Do you hear her voice? I am so excited to put her music at the end of each and every episode for this month. Like, I just cannot wait. And if you want to go ahead and jump ahead and you want to go ahead and check her out on other platforms, you can find her on Apple iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, my girl is everywhere. But anyway, guys, check her out and stay tuned to the end of this episode to also hear more of the sample that I just played. So today we're just going to talk about it. Let's talk about breaking out of the cage of your mind. Let's talk about believing in yourself, because that's something that I struggled with actually today. And I struggled with it last night, and I struggled with it a little bit the day before. But I was just going to scrap the whole idea of making a podcast, honestly. Up until a couple days ago, like, I was super excited. I was like, oh my gosh, let's do this. I actually had the idea of doing a podcast in my mind for like a whole month, or I had this setup actually complete. My boyfriend had bought me this microphone on my birthday. Like, I had everything complete for at least a month, or about a month, but I was waiting on the word from God to really move on it. You know what I'm saying? And to bring it to life. Like, I didn't want to move too quick, because that's what I do a lot of times. I rush, and I don't pace myself. And that's not good. That's not good at all. And I actually want to get more into that, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I started going to therapy again recently, and I'll touch on why I even started going to therapy, probably in episode 2, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But like, I just was really in my head though. Like, these past couple of days, I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I wasn't capable, which I know is a lie. And I thought that I didn't have much to say, you know? And my thing is, whoever is meant to find this podcast, like, they're going to find this podcast. But the reason why I wanted to make this podcast is because I'm tired of just looking at Instagram and stuff to see how many views I get on things. And I feel like I have a lot to say, but at the same time, I feel like I can't say it because people might not mess with it, and then it's gonna be public and everybody's gonna see, ooh, she ain't even got that many likes on this video, and sis is over here preaching, and she thought she was preaching, but she ain't really preaching because she only got 20 likes. Like, I'm not trying to have that in the back of my head. So unless there's some secret category that I haven't unlocked in Apple Podcasts, I don't think that the public is able to see how many subscribers and views I'm getting on each episode. So that's something that I really, really liked. And so that's why it's really important, I feel, for me to continue on with this podcast, is because I'm not going to be operating from what other people like or what I think they'll like. Like, I'm just going to be operating off of what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? And then that's just going to be it. So anyway, I was doubting myself. I was telling myself that people were just going to laugh. I was telling myself all of these lies. And it's crazy, the things that your mind will tell you and the things that you might adopt to be true. My best friend sent me a podcast. Not a podcast. I keep saying podcast. Dang. My best friend sent me a sermon. And it was just talking about resistance. And when you feel resistance, that's really similar to labor pains. And I feel part of the reasons I really felt that was probably because I just had a baby. So when they say labor pains, I was like, yup, I'm on board. Like, I know what they talking about. But no, like, for real. Whenever you're about to come up on something great, you're going to have resistance. You know, you're going to have something that challenges you. You're going to have something, a moment of stress, you know, a moment of having to break through either the pain or having to break through this barrier to make it through. And that barrier may even come in the form of thoughts that are trying to bring you down, that you might accept yourself, but it also might come in the form of some haters. You know what I'm saying? And then you just have to get to the point where you learn how to shut that hate out. Like, think of your mind as your sanctuary. You don't want anything polluting that. Like, you don't want nothing coming through the happy window of your mind. Like, shut the window to it. You don't want the rain to get in. Like, my therapist, she told me that I need to be more like a car because she said when it rains outside, rain does not get inside a car unless you let it. Like, be a car. Do not let the rain get inside of your car, okay? Shut it down. Shut down the hate. Shut down the negative thoughts. Shut it down. And again, I'm like talking to myself the same time that I'm talking to you guys. It can be hard, you know what I'm saying, to let things go and to learn how to regulate the negative thoughts that come to your mind. And for me, I'm just trying to be a better person, for real, man, because there's certain seasons in your life that are meant to teach you certain things. And I feel like I keep repeating the same lesson over and over again. Or like, God is screaming at me like, Destiny, you need to forgive people. Like, I remember stuff from years ago. Like, it could be the smallest thing, and I still ain't forgive people for that. That's crazy. I can't hold on to things that have burdened me for years. Like, it's taken me a while, but it used to be stuff in high school that I still remember that I'm like, I don't know if I can associate with them. But no, for real, like, I know the saying, you know, you can forgive, but just don't forget. And I'm really working on that, for real. Like, just working on being a better me and understanding that a lot of people, they might not apologize to me, but I just got to learn how to roll with it, because people are human and a lot of people make mistakes. And that is no excuse, by the way, for the dirty stuff some of y'all be doing to people. That is no excuse. But as for me, I know when it comes to like the smaller things, I could definitely do better with letting stuff go. Like, one girl in middle school tried to tell me I wasn't funny. Like, huh? Who not funny? Who not funny? But I digress. Moving on. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is just drop the dead weight so that you can welcome the new season of your life with open arms. That's all I'm saying. Just drop the dead weight, bruh. And when you do drop this dead weight and you are like this new, fresher version of yourself that's walking into a new season, please protect that new you. Protect who you've become. And don't let anybody discount the work that you've put in to become this better version of yourself. People might say, oh my gosh, she changed. She did this. She did this. I don't even know her anymore. Like, okay, yeah, you might not know me because this is a new and better version of myself. And when I say new you or like new me or new version of myself, I'm not saying like you just completely wiped out your past identity and you're starting over. Like, no, I'm saying that you are the same person at your core, but certain people may lose access to you or certain characteristics may not be who you are anymore. Like, I'ma always be me at my core. I'ma always be Destiny. But at the same time, I'm getting smarter and wiser with each season. And if the people around you identify your growth as like something bad, then you around this wrong circle. Like, you can't be around people who hate on your progress. Like, how you gonna get anywhere? Remember when I was just talking about the haters and how you gotta shut them out? Because sometimes they be like rain who just want to mess up everything. You can't let the rain in, okay? Shut them out. Close the window. Lock the door. Get them out. Leave them in the past season, okay? I'm about to wrap up this podcast because it doesn't have to be long. I just needed to vent, which is really what this podcast is about. It's like me venting and talking about stuff that I'm dealing with. So this is really just like a warm up. Bottom line, don't let your mind get you caught up. Do not let your mind cage you in. Do not let your mind convince you of things. Know that every thought that you think of is not yours. You do not have to adopt it as your thought. It does not have to be a part of you. Like, get to the point where you can just think it, be like, boom, that ain't mine, let it go. And I'm trying to get to that point. Honestly, I really am. But it's hard. So don't stop tapping into yourself, tapping into your true power, you know? And protect your peace at all costs. But thanks for tuning into the first podcast. This is like a warm-up, okay? I'm still getting really comfortable with the microphone. I'm still getting really comfortable with talking, with hearing myself talk. All right, guys, so it is time to check out our artist of the month, Quoyah. Yes. 2 snaps. Oh, that was like 3 snaps. How about we do 4 snaps? Okay. Oh, that's too much. My fingers were slipping. Okay, but it is time for Quoyah. Okay, she is an amazing artist. And the song that I'm about to play for you guys, it's like a little sample of it, but it is called Bad Habits. Yes, Bad Habits. Oh my gosh. That is the perfect song for this. I didn't even realize. Bad habits. We need to drop them. That is what this episode was really about. Like, getting outside of your mind and really just serving yourself, you know, and really dropping things that don't serve you, and especially haters, and especially thoughts that do not serve you. Dropping those habits. Oh my gosh. Perfect. If you want to check out the full version of this song or more music from Quoyah, check out Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, or YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was so lit. It was so fun. Peace out.
I got off a plane and forgot all my baggage. Met this man, fell in love in a taxi. When he left, I cried miles in the backseat. I cried mile after mile, driver texting me. Pulled up, he said, no, that be 50 beans. Wet face, broke ears, could you repeat that, please? Fast pace, new fear that I misplaced my